Welcome to Mom Cave Live, where we may have lost our minds, but we haven't lost our sense of humor. We have a fun guest today from Party Host Helpers. We have Renee Rhinehardt. Hi, Renee.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning. I know,
We did
it
it.
morning?
I feel like we did it. So this is it. We're good. We got
We
this.
did it.
This is our accomplishment for the day.
We're here. We went live. We haven't done anything live yet, but we went live. There you go. And I still have kids home. My kids haven't gone back to school yet.
Crazy.
Raise your hand if you still have kids home. Give us a comment. Tell me what to do. Help.
So how many days is that?
I didn't count the days. If I counted the days, I would maybe go insane.
Oh, definitely over 2 weeks, though.
It's been over 2 weeks. Yeah. Love them to death, but they need to go to school. You know, they need those teachers who like know how to keep them calm and in line. And I'm not good at that, honestly. But we just finished the holidays. The holidays are now sort of officially behind us. Congratulations, everyone, every mom who was making magic and did all the things. Did you have a good holiday, Renee?
I did. So I have a 15-month-old at home. So
I didn't know you had littles that little. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. So I'm a new mom, kind of, sort of, still learning the ropes.
Yeah.
So this year was a lot about wrapping paper and little people and climbing stairs, saying ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. So. And did you have to protect your tree from getting climbed?
Shockingly, no.
I'm so jealous.
I know.
Good.
Because literally when I was putting up, I'm like, am I going to have to put like, whatever is out there? Not a gate, but a plastic... is this my life the next 2 years?
Yes. Someone's going to climb your tree. Good morning, Megan. Megan's saying good morning over on Facebook. You guys, we're trying a new way to broadcast all the places. So there could be an echo. And if there is, would you let us know so we can figure it out?
Yes.
And okay, so this is an interactive broadcast. We want you guys to answer questions, and we want you to ask Renee questions and use this. And I have a kid coming down the stairs. Classic Mom Cave Live. We'll just carry on here. So, so the holidays, the Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's, all that, those holidays are behind us. But we have another one that is going to be here before you know it. And that is Valentine's Day, right?
I love Valentine's Day. It's my favorite.
You do?
I have, even before I met my husband, even when I was single, I just love it.
Oh my gosh.
The expectation, it's just fun. I throw a girls' Valentine's Day party every year. I was about to put that invite out this morning. Good morning.
So you have a Galentine's Day party.
I do.
Do you hear that? We should have a Galentine's Day party.
So fun.
It's when you have a party with your friends, like your friends for Valentine's Day. Not your date, but your friends. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, here I have a kiddo who's gonna. No, you can't listen on my headphones. Go upstairs.
No.
Okay. So I have never met anybody before whose favorite holiday was Valentine's Day. I must say, you're unique in that way.
I like red. I like pink. I hate the winter. I live outside of Philadelphia. It's cold, and I feel like if we can get through Valentine's Day and celebrate it, that brings a little bit of joy in that month. And then the next month is when spring happens and Easter and all the spring stuff. So
yeah, I get it. I love it. My birthday is also in February.
Oh.
And so I like look forward to Valentine's Day and my birthday, because otherwise February is like cold, dark, and somebody, if not all of us, always has the flu. It's like February. And here you go. See, starting out with a cough.
To keep everyone healthy this year so you can celebrate.
Right. So we thought we would talk about this because Valentine's Day, when you're dating or before you have kids and you're newlyweds, you've got time and energy to make Valentine's Day like its own thing, its own event.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then in my experience with little kids, it's kind of like one of the last things you think about, that, you know, you're so much in the weeds, and you are, Renee, with a little one, that, you know, concentrating on each other and celebrating each other as the people who made the little people kind of just totally falls by the wayside.
Yep.
Yeah. Can anybody relate to that? Let me know in the comments, and let us know if you have any solutions for that. Okay. Are you going to be here the whole time?
Yeah.
Is that the plan? Is that the plan? Well, we can't talk about the spicy stuff if she's here, so she'll lose interest soon. Okay. Okay. So, Renee, start us off. Like, what is your top way that couples can connect when they still have little ones at home they're concentrating on?
I think date nights are so important. And I know it's not realistic for everyone to have a great babysitter to rely on, but I have not been married that long. I just celebrated my 3-year wedding anniversary. So
Congratulations.
thank you. We're a little bit older. I'm 41. My husband's 42. So we obviously met a little bit later in life. And, I focus on my career, running 2 businesses. And I feel like when you get married later and have a family later, you kind of miss the fun stuff you did all those years. So for us, we aren't as scared as some of my friends who were new parents in their 20s to trust a babysitter so we can get out and enjoy a little fun time. So the last 2 years, had just found out I was pregnant 2 years ago in February, and then last year we went with another couple down to Cape May, which is a beach town for us, and we do an overnight. So that might not be realistic for everyone, but even if you get out for like 2 or 3 hours and go to a local restaurant, go to a BYO, grab a bottle of wine, I think getting out without the kids is so monumental. And I'm sure you agree, Jen. It's like,
it is. I love it that you and I are going to have totally different perspectives because I have older kids. I have a 12-year-old and a 7-year-old. Right. And I've been married for, I don't know how long. I don't know. Oh, I think it's going to be 20 years this year.
Oh, congratulations.
I know.
An anniversary trip.
We totally do. So we've been married a long time. And so when we had little babies, we literally had no money for a babysitter.
Right.
So it was always about like asking friends, and I had some lovely friends who would help, come play with my kid, or when there were grandparents that were nearby, having grandparents help, but finding ways to just like do things that cost no money or have a date night at home was what we had to do a lot. And now it's almost like now we're a little older, more established in our careers, and we have enough money at least for a babysitter, but we're like so exhausted and over.
I know. And the thought of a night out is exhausting sometimes too. So, I mean, even just putting the kids to bed, and these are just a few ideas that I have. Get a couple bottles of wine. Do your own little wine tasting. There's a million things online that you can find. Right. Even if I'm sure that there's YouTubes or someone that you can find that is doing this for Valentine's Day virtually, especially since COVID. There's so many virtual activities like this now.
Oh, cool. Like a virtual wine tasting. I bet that exists.
Yeah. And they tell you in advance what you want, what they want you to try and taste, and they go through it with you. You could do that with chocolate, or you can just do your own. Do some research. One of you, put it on your husband to figure this out.
Make him do it.
Yeah. So I think that's a fun idea. I think just like even grabbing pizza and then a nice bottle of wine, or make a fun pink cocktail or whatever you like to drink. Totally. I think just making it a little bit special helps. Right. I am a big fan of gifts in our house, and we don't spend a lot of money, but I think it really impresses me when, it was our leather anniversary and my husband got me, probably wasn't real leather. I mean, it was Kate Spade, but it was a little Kate Spade purse that was a heart, and I loved it.
It's leather.
My mother-in-law helped him with the idea, but still, he thought about the leather, for the anniversary. So I think something beyond chocolate and candy, especially when we're all trying to be healthier this time of year too. So something small.
It can be the smallest little thing. When we were much younger, my husband had this coat that he loved, and it had a button that fell off, and it was driving him crazy. It was like he would constantly complain that this button fell off, and I'd be like, I'm too busy, just deal with, why is this my problem, right? Yeah. And so for months it became like this inside joke of, he'd be like, my button fell off, and I'd be like, too bad I'm not that kind of wife, because I'm not sewing back on.
Take it to the dry cleaner.
Right. And then it became this whole thing. And then on Valentine's Day, I had no money. But I went to the dollar store and I bought like a bag of like 200 buttons and laid them on the bed. And when he came home from work, there were just all these buttons, and it was hilarious. Like, I don't know. I thought it was funny. He thought it was funny. And then I actually did sew the button on, because that's what he wanted all along. And just like little things, like a little thing that's been bothering. Right. You create a memory. Exactly. You know, it doesn't have to be a big deal. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. Just some little thing.
Yeah. I've seen some local places near me doing in-house cooking classes too. I don't think my husband will be super interested in that, but I think for couples who like can't leave the house because they have kids, or they don't want to trek into the city, the chef will come to your house and teach you how to prepare a meal, and you enjoy it together, which I think is interesting.
I think even if he doesn't like to cook, he would like just eating or watching you cook. Right?
Exactly.
Right?
And I mean, I'm not a huge baker. I do bake, but it's not my thing. But even just baking a special treat, a cake, something
is their favorite.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good idea too. You can also go places that don't cost a lot of money or don't take a lot of planning. So if it's like, I don't know, be a tourist in your own city, you know, if there's something you would never do normally, but everybody comes to your area to do it, then, you know, you go out and see that place and like,
I love that.
Have a little, be a tourist kind of thing. Hi, people who are joining in, tell us what are some of your ideas of how to still make Valentine's Day special if you're exhausted, broke, don't have a sitter. Let us know some of your ideas, or ask us some questions if you have any. Renee, tell us about your company. What's Party Host Helpers? What do you guys do?
So Party Host Helpers is a nationwide party staffing company. So we have 20,000 people in our system that are hospitality professionals. You could hire anything from a bartender to a general party keeper to a coat check attendant to a registration helper for corporate. So if you're throwing a Valentine's Day party or a Galentine's Day party, you know, you can get a bartender there. I started it thinking it would just be residential, and now we are just residential. I thought it would be just residential in the Philadelphia area, and now we're in 30 cities, and we service caterers. We service corporate universities. Yeah, so it's wild. You know, for my Valentine's Day party, I will make sure that I have a Party Host Helper bartender, of course.
Nice.
I serve Kir Royales. They were a big hit last year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So easy. It's just champagne and a splash chambord. And then, you know, I'll make sure that I have a general helper to help put the food out, to clean up, to serve. So it makes the host job so much easier.
Totally. It's great to have help when you can. I've never done a Galentine's Day party. Has anybody watching done a Galentine's Day party? And I know people have sort of this tradition with their group of, like, their core group of friends, and they do this every year.
Didn't it start with what's that show? Parks and Rec.
Right. I forgot that.
Galentine's Day. Yeah.
I love that.
I always have done friends things. It's just one year we did like a wine tasting locally. One year we threw a big party with our guy friends too.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be Galentine's Day, you know.
No.
How about Valentine's Day?
That's cute.
Be guys and girls.
You just started it.
No, she's at the age where like everything's about no boys allowed, girls only.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that. You need a Galentine's Day party then. You can do crafts. You can serve.
Totally. Right.
You can serve. Go ahead.
If you have, you know, another idea, if you're going for like a Galentine's Day, a lot of friends that also have small kids, well, you could just make it a huge play date where the kids will go off and play, and then you guys can have some time together. So let's see. We have a comment from Carly. She says, on Valentine's Day, when my older two kids were little, we were stuck in a snowstorm while Dad was out plowing. No money and stuck. I came up with a scavenger hunt with little toys they forgot about, or McDonald's toys never opened. My 5 kids today hold me to this tradition today that I started 12 years ago. That's a great tradition, Carly.
Can you do that?
Thanks a lot, Carly. I guess I have to do that now. No, I'm just kidding.
Scavenger hunt.
Yes, you do.
That's a great idea, scavenger hunt. And you can do that for your kids, or you can do that for your partner. If, after the kids are in bed, you could create a scavenger hunt. It could even become kind of a naughty scavenger hunt.
Yes.
She doesn't know what I'm talking about, I don't think.
I do.
Yeah. Okay. So what about when you don't have a babysitter at all and you're staying home? Let's brainstorm some ideas here.
Oh, I have two that you did when there was a huge snowstorm.
Oh, those were games with kids, though. We're talking about
I
like
know.
mommy daddy time.
No, that is not happening.
I'm big for I like words of affirmation, and for the kids and husbands, I think they like that too. It depends on the age of the kid, obviously, but putting a little love note on a red heart and putting it on their door every day leading up to Valentine's Day, or putting notes in the kids' lunch boxes or dad's lunchbox. I think that's fun, and those could be nice.
I know what you can do. You can just be bored and fall asleep.
You could just be bored and fall asleep.
Yes. Grown-ups are boring sometimes.
Grown-ups are boring sometimes. That's what happens to us, because when we have kids and jobs and all these responsibilities, we forget to be fun anymore. But we totally should be fun. Like, why did we become partners in the first place and have these kids? Because we had fun together. So it's like bringing back the fun.
And I mean, you've been married 20 years. So do you remember what you did to celebrate your first Valentine's Day together?
Since last night.
Not even married, like dating. I mean, it's kind of fun to recreate.
I don't remember that, but I do remember our first anniversary when, again, we had zero money. My husband, his gift to me was that he made a really, really nice dinner. And he researched how to make some of my favorite things, and he made the dinner. But the special part that I remember, because I still have this, is he went to the stationery store and next to us, and he got this parchment looking paper, fancy, what menus would be made on. And he meticulously wrote out the menu in script and made it look very fancy, and made the menu and said, happy first anniversary, I love you. And I still have the menu. So the menu is the most sweet part of it. That
takes time to learn to make certain foods. If you're not a foodie, if you're not in the kitchen often, that shows a lot of effort.
Yeah. Yeah. Aww. And that shows
you should remake the meal.
Bring
back the menu.
It was. I bet that whatever it was, I can't remember exactly, is not my favorite anymore. Do you see how things change so much? Your tastes change. I'm now you're making me be inspired to go look at it just because I'm curious. What was my favorite thing 20 years ago?
Your palate has probably been more sophisticated.
Yeah, probably for sure. Okay, so do you have a plan already for this Valentine's Day?
So I am going to do the Valentine's Day party for sure. I don't think we're doing our overnight getaway because we are heading to Barbados in January without the baby.
Oh, so
thanks.
Good for you.
So if we, I think it's a weekend too. The 14th is a weekend.
I haven't even looked.
Oh no, it's no. The 13th is a Sunday. Valentine's Day is a Monday. So it's in the middle. We'll probably get a babysitter and go out to dinner locally. I will try to make it a little bit fun for my daughter. She is 15 months. So I already have about 7 Valentine's Day outfits lined up for her.
Right. It's all about the outfits. Oh,
I will use heart cookie cutters to make waffles and other little treats that she will not appreciate or remember, but I will.
No, but you'll feel good about it.
Yeah, exactly. Anything red we like. Anything red and pink that week. So that's awesome. What we'll do. I don't know what we'll do that Monday night. I might task my husband on this.
Ooh, I would love to hear how that goes.
Yeah.
And if dad's things turn out the same way as mom's things would, because that's always interesting. Can you let everybody know where they can find you on all the social media places?
We are all over. So on Instagram, we are Party Host Helpers. On Facebook, we're Party Host Helpers. PartyHostHelpers.com is our website. If you want to get a free quote for a party helper, I know it's not exactly party season right now, but with spring and summer approaching, we should all be planning our calendars, right? If you have any graduations or dinner parties or exciting things to celebrate, we are your go-to.
Yeah.
And then I'm on eventsbyrenee.net is my original event planning company that I still have. So yeah, you can pop over there and see some of my wedding and event work.
Great. Thanks for all the great ideas, everybody. I am Jen from MomCave. You can find us on all the places at MomCaveTV. And the most exciting thing is now you should go to wherever you stream. So Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and search for MomCave. And we have MomCave apps on these streaming platforms where you can watch MomCave on your big TV screen. So check that out. Thanks for watching. Renee, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you, Jen.
I hope everybody's Valentine's Day is everything they want it to be, even if it's pizza and beer and hanging out on the sofa. Happy Valentine's almost.
Yeah, we have a while. You have lots of time to plan. So
yeah. Goodbye. Thank you.